Let's get into the rules and protocols for public safety desks and the local and national organizations that come up with them. Two national organizations regulate rules and coverage requirements needed by public safety desks, and they are National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and International Fire Code, or IFC. NFPA drafted NFPA 72, which is a set of code, also known as National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code. These provide the latest safety provisions to meet fire detection and emergency communications demand. NFPA 72 also includes requirements for mass notification systems for weather emergencies, terrorist events, and biological, chemical, and nuclear emergencies, among other threats. Understanding local codes is key since there is no unified set of rules set up at the federal level, and that's why every jurisdiction has slightly different ordinances. Most smaller cities are adopting the language from IFC and NFPA codes rather than developing their own ordinances. That means that the location of your building and the relevant local authority dictates which codes you must meet when you are building your public safety desk. In addition to IFC and NFPA, local jurisdictions also use ordinances written by a few other organizations to build their own, including International Code Council, or ICC, International Building Code, or IBC, First Responder Network Authority, or FirstNet. Signal coverage required for public safety desks. NFPA dictates that 99% coverage is required in critical areas. And what are these critical areas? NFPA codes define critical areas as any one of the following: fire command center, the fire pump room, exit centers, exit passageways, elevator lobbies, standpipe cabinets, sprinkler sectional valve locations, and other areas which are deemed critical by the local authority that have jurisdiction. In addition to this, NFPA also wants to have 90% coverage in general areas. General areas as opposed to critical areas we just talked about, which needs 99% coverage. IFC, on the other hand, dictates that 95% coverage is needed in all areas. So depending on what your local jurisdiction is following, most likely the coverage requirement will be either negative 99%, 95% or 99%. We just talked about the public safety signal coverage area requirement. Now let's talk about the minimum signal strength required for public safety desks. NFPA and IFC both dictate that you will need a minimum of negative 95 dB signal strength throughout the coverage area. dB stands for decibel. That is really small number in watts, but good enough to keep acceptable communications.